Just like Narcissist, Satan is also skilled in the craft of mimicry. In fact, this is one of the ways he tricks you into believing thoughts that aren't your own are your own. And this is an effective strategy because it can damage your shield of faith, change the way you perceive reality, and change your beliefs about yourself. I use the term mimicry because it directly relates to a biological phenomena by the same name, mimicry. The phenomena of mimicry refers to a superficial resemblance between two or more taxonomically unrelated species. In other words, these species disguise themselves as one another for their own benefit. Depending on factors like the species itself, their environment, ecosystem, etc., mimicry can serve multiple purposes, including defense against other predators, as well as a way to prey on other animals. The latter of the two types of mimicry I just mentioned is known as aggressive mimicry. Aggressive mimicry is found in predators and parasites and allows the harmful species to avoid detection by the prey or host species. Wikipedia aptly uses the expression "a wolf in sheep's clothing" to summarize this type of mimicry. An example of this type of mimicry in the animal kingdom is in the behavior of the golden orb weaver spider, which creates golden-colored webs. Bees are one type of prey susceptible to the yellow-colored web because many of the nectar-containing flowers they pollinate are yellow. Therefore, they are drawn to the golden orb weaver's web. Much like animals, aggressive mimicry is found in the predatory behavior of humans. A search of the Bible for the word mimic doesn't yield anything. However, search for the word disguise and you will find it listed 10 times. 4 of these verses directly discuss the mimicry seen in the behavior of Satan and Narcissist. One biblical location of the word disguise is used when Paul discusses false apostles in his letter to the Corinthians. I'm going to start a little earlier in the passage for context. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 11, verses 3 through 4 and 13 through 15. But I am afraid that as the serpent deceived Eve by his cunning, your thoughts will be led astray from a sincere and pure devotion to Christ. For if someone comes and proclaims another Jesus than the one we proclaimed, or if you receive a different spirit from the one you received, or if you accept a different gospel from the one you accepted, you put up with it readily enough. Skipping to verse 13 for simplicity's sake. For such men are false apostles, deceitful workmen, disguising themselves as apostles of Christ. And no wonder, for even Satan disguises himself as an angel of light. So it is no surprise if his servants also disguise themselves as servants of righteousness. Their end will correspond to their deeds. Another instance the word disguise is used is in Proverbs chapter 26, verses 24 through 26. Whoever hates disguises himself with his lips and harbors deceit in his heart. When he speaks graciously, believe him not, for there are 7 abominations in his heart. Though his hatred be covered with deception, his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. From what I've discussed with you here, it's clear that we need to be extremely careful of those wearing disguises. If you're unsure about someone's personal intention and motivation, take your time getting to know them. Stand back and observe their actions and see if they align with their words. In terms of one's spiritual motivation and intention, it comes down to how closely their beliefs, teaching, and revelation matches the Word of God. If it doesn't, then it isn't. And if it isn't, it's time to shake the dust off your feet and hit the road as quickly and quietly as you can. Before I go, I'd like to leave you with a verse stressing the importance of looking beyond disguises to a person's fruits or character. This is Matthew 7:15 through 20. Beware of false prophets who come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly are ravenous wolves. You will recognize them by their fruits. Are grapes gathered from thorn bushes or figs from thistles? So every healthy tree bears good fruit, but the diseased tree bears bad fruit. A healthy tree cannot bear bad fruit, nor can a diseased tree bear good fruit. Every tree that does not bear good fruit is cut down and thrown into the fire. Thus you will recognize them by their fruits. Thank you for taking the time to listen to today's discussion. Please like and share this video, as well as follow me for more biblically based content. God bless you and take care.